Boom, boom. Here we go again at the Blue Note, no less, Los Angeles. My name is LeRoy Downs. Honor and a pleasure. The show is Just Jazz. This cat right next to me, Mr. Kamasi Washington. What's up,
Oh
bro?
man, how you doing, man?
I'm good. Actually, Kamasi has gained the right to only have one name. So it's not Kamasi Washington, he's Kamasi Worldwide. Bro, um, man, honestly, this is honest. You're really one of the first cats that I got a chance to see, as a kid, grow up in Leimert Park playing, and then the next thing you're taking over the world with the music, man.
Oh man, well, I'm always thankful for you, for always being there and encouraging us and turning us on to those real good records and always opening the doors for us. That was always real cool.
Tell me how it was the first time that you realized it's like, man, we're taking off, man. Because I know initially you came out with the record. My business partner Fred Smith has the CD that you burned for him with the epic on it. You said, I just want to get my music out there. And then the next thing you know, your music's all over the world, man. So what was the feeling like initially when you're like, it's about to happen?
Man, it felt like it just felt like the world was looking at us, and you know, um, I really, really felt it at that. We had an album release show at the Regent, and it was a Monday night, and it was packed, and it just felt like the whole city was there, and it was just so many people, young people, older people, elders, um, just people that had done so much for me, people that I knew, growing up with, and it just felt like the beginning of a movement, and so that day really felt like, I mean, I felt it before that, I could feel like there was momentum, that there was a genuine interest for what we were doing, but that day it really was like, oh, okay, this is really happening.
Yeah. Well, you've got so many albums now. What I like to talk about is harmony and dissonance, right?
Harmony of difference.
Harmony of difference. Harmony of Difference is what you performed at the Geffen, one of the albums that you had already recorded, I think, back in 2017.
Yeah.
But the titles of those tracks and what's going on in the world today, man, is a way that we can all heal through the music. So talk about
Oh
it.
yeah. Harmony of difference is a piece. It's a 6-part suite that's meant to like use music as a metaphor to basically celebrate the reality that our differences are what make us beautiful. And music is a great metaphor for that because, it's the different notes in music coming together that create harmony, you know, and it's the different chords that make and different melodies that the different notes in the melody that make a song, And so that piece is a 6-part suite where we play 5 different songs. The first one being Desire, the second one Humility, the third one Knowledge, the fourth one Perspective, and the fifth one Integrity. And then the sixth part, we play all 5 of those songs at the same time, and that's called Truth. And the journey of that to me is like, on a path to trying to find enlightenment or understanding, those are like the 5 steps to me. Like the first step is desire, if you want to better yourself, want to open your mind, want to have more clarity, you have to first want it. And then the second space is having the humility to understand that you don't have it. And then the third part is the process of going out and learning and studying and having experiences and gaining the knowledge. But once you have the knowledge, it's almost like, having the knowledge is like having the ingredients for the food, and then perspective is having the recipe. You know what I mean? Like how do I use this knowledge to gain the perspective that I'm trying to gain? And then the fifth part, integrity, is usually the last stage where a lot of times in my personal experience on these journeys, like you get to a space where you're trying to achieve something, and then you realize you're gonna have to do something that you didn't really want to do, you know. And then that's where having that integrity to still push forward and do what you don't maybe want to do to then gain truth.
Truth. Well, it sounds like each part of that suite, when I think about it, when you say all of those names of the songs together, it makes me think about the Obamas, you
Yeah.
know, and all the things they went through. And you had an opportunity to do the suite for Michelle Obama for that documentary, Becoming. Talk about, did you get a chance to meet Michelle?
Well, it was during the pandemic, so we met via Zoom.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that was a beautiful experience, you know, and it was a great honor. You know, I feel like, um, you know, our world is so political now. No matter what your politics are, if you're a genuine person, you have to understand that what their time in the White House meant for the world, and more particularly this country, was monumental. And to be able to help to, you know, I would say like writing a film score is kind of like framing a picture. You know, to help frame that picture was really like a huge honor for me. And yeah, it was amazing to kind of see what that whole journey was, you know, and from her perspective, you know, um, and it was it was a huge honor to be able to do that.
You know, I think about, you know, some times before, like when you were at Central Avenue playing in Gerald Wilson's band. And I know that playing with a cat like that and in a big band, those were some of the early ideas that may have formulated the large ensemble that you play with now, man. How did that translate into you writing, like with, you know, where you're organizing choirs and you played at the Geffen with 100 musicians, man. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, Gerald inspired me kind of obviously like on a kind of a spiritual and like kind of high level, but he literally inspired me as well. You know, I mean, like I said, I grew up listening to his music, and I was a huge fan of Gerald Wilson. It was one of the main reasons why I went to UCLA was because Gerald was there, and I had the huge honor of playing with him, and I was so thankful. And you know, he would took me to his house, and you know, literally sat there at the piano and showed me the harmonies and stuff he was doing on his songs. And I actually found out that I grew up a few blocks away from him and just didn't know it.
Oh, wow.
I mean, he used to hear me playing his music, like playing his music. He's like, I used to hear a saxophone player playing my music, but I couldn't tell where you were at. And I was like, yeah, man, I was just up there and to the right, man.
That's how you got the gig, right?
No, actually, I got to get at UCLA. I was walking down the hallway with a friend of mine, great trombonist Isaac Smith. And Isaac Smith introduced me to Gerald. And he said, hey, Gerald, you're a young saxophone player. If you ever need somebody. And Gerald was like, I need somebody tomorrow. That's how I got the gig. Literally, it was like that, you know. And so but, you know, funny thing is, you know, we were playing at we used to play at Fifth Street Dix, and I did a live recording at Fifth Street Dix, and when we were playing live, Brandon Coleman was playing like some keyboard sounds, keyboard string sounds, like in the background while we were playing some of the solos and stuff. And so when I let Gerald hear that recording, he knew I studied composition. He thought they were real strings.
Oh, wow.
And he said, oh, you got strings on there too. I was like, oh, no, that's Brandon. He's like, oh, you should put strings on there. That's a good sound.
Yes, sir.
And when he said that, it kind of lit it. I was like, oh, that's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
You know, and so that was, you know, he literally, you know, was, you know, the one who suggested it to me as well.
Man, so many things have happened since then and until now, man. But the music has really progressed. I mean, I know you travel all over the world, and just to get a chance to be on stage and meet even with, you know, audiences that you can't relate to by speaking the music together. I mean, speaking the language together. The music is this source that just helps us all heal and share, man. And you lit up the world. I mean, I grew up here on hip hop music,
Mm.
and at a certain point, I switched to jazz. But Kendrick, Kendrick, that brother lit the world up with what he did, and he put a line in his song about the one and only Kamasi. Did you hear it? That's Kamasi, right? Talk about your relationship in playing some of these different musics, and of course, playing for Kendrick.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same. I feel like Kendrick is he's probably the preeminent artist of our generation. I mean, he's speaking to the experience of you know people living today. And I've been a fan of his. Terrace Martin turned me on to him, years and years and years ago. And I remember Terrace literally said Kendrick is the John Coltrane of rap. He's going to like completely change the whole game. And when I heard him, I was like, wow, yeah, he was amazing. This was probably like 2009. And then he made Good Kid, Mad City, and I was like, there it is. He did it, And then Terrace was working on his album, and I came by and I played him. This is before the Epic came out. I played him the Epic, and he was like, "Oh man, who did the string arrangements?" I was like, I did the string arrangements. He was like, "Oh man, I'm working on a new Kendrick record, and we need some strings. So you want to come do it?" I was like, "Yeah." And so I was expecting to hear something, because usually, like most people, they put a record out that's a big success. They kind of ride that wave.
Right, of course.
So I was expecting to hear something kind of like Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah.
And when I got in and I heard Butterfly, and it was already like, it was at 60, 70% finished. I was blown away. I was like, wow, man, this is some heavy music, man.
Yeah.
And and Kendrick is such a very giving artist to work with. Like he really lets you stretch, and he lets you, really bring what's special about you to his music. And I heard it when I heard the record. I heard the essence of Thundercat, the essence of Terrace Martin. You know what I mean? It was like I was hearing this music, and it was just really powerful. To hear all those great musicians kind of really being able to express themselves underneath this ultra amazing artist who was able to navigate all that music, And so, it's great to be able to work with artists that inspire you, and that's one of the biggest blessings, I think, is to be able to make music that you actually love and appreciate, and to be able to make music that moves you and that feels like it's connected to the source, and so working with people like Kendrick is definitely like a big blessing.
Yeah. Well, you talk about inspiration, and I know you had your inspirations back in the day, but there's so many young musicians that are playing now. Chris Poe being one of them, from the Mer Park area. I mean, people are inspired by what you do, and like, you're in those shoes whether you want to be or not, man. But people are really turned on by your composition, your playing, and what you've done with your music, man.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I hear them. I hear these young cats, and they sound amazing. It's like my wife just recently put out an album called The Prophet and the Madman, and we put a band together of a whole bunch of the young cats from the Mert too. You know what I mean?
Okay.
A lot of them went to Fernando Pullum Center.
Yeah.
Man, they sound so good. We played a gig at the Blue Note in New York, and it was like, wow, man. I hear them, and I hear where they are in their journey, and it's like, right. I'm so excited to see where they're gonna take the music, because they definitely have it, and it's amazing to be. It's a trip to. Because I used to be that. I used to be the young guy that had the music in his hand and was running with it. And it was like, and now I'm seeing somebody else holding the music in their hand and running with it. And I'm like, oh wow, man. So you're gonna take this music somewhere that our copy can't even imagine, you know? And
Well,
that's the beautiful part of life is
yeah.
that Passover.
Well, you recognize the potential, and yeah, man, we're all tossing those batons off,
Yeah,
you know, to the next generation and sharing with our own generation. But you're
yeah,
here in your home city with a 2-week residency here at the Blue Note Los Angeles, a brand new club that just opened up on Sunset and Ivar, and you know, you're right in the middle of the first week, but you got another week to go, so plenty of time to come on out here to the Blue Note, LA, Los Angeles. Check it out. What's the What's the dates you perform? September 30th to like October the
12th.
yeah, October the 12th. So you got time.
Yeah,
Come on out. Come
yeah,
on out. Enjoy this music. What you do is when Kamasi plays on stage, it's like this blessing, this wave that comes over. So you get a chance to take that with you. And years from now, you can still call that up, man. You get all the messages in the music. You get all of this love, man. Tell me about your band, all the cats that, you know, we recognize so well that have been with you for many years.
yeah. We got Ryan Porter's here, Brandon Coleman, Cameron Graves is gonna be here, Mike Mitchell. Well, I say the instruments. So Ryan Porter's playing trombone, Brandon Coleman's playing keys. This week, Cameron Graves is gonna be playing keys next week. We got Mike Mitchell playing drums this week, and Tony Austin's gonna be playing drums next week.
Nice, yeah.
And Miles Mosley's playing bass, Patrice Quinn on vocals, my dad, Ricky Washington, he's here playing soprano, saxophone, and flute. We got DJ Battlecat, turntables and percussion. We're gonna have Alicoy Pete's gonna be here next week playing
Nice.
some percussion with us too. So yes, it's a lot of fun, you know, and it's fun to be able to make music in such close proximity with the audience. You know, it gets a different kind of energy, and it really feels like we're on a ship together, you know, flying through space. So it's been real fun, you know, and we've been taking a journey through all different aspects of the music that we've made over the years, with a lot of new music, but you know, touching some of the older stuff too. And so, yeah, it's been real fun.
Hey, well, you heard it from the master himself, Mr. Kamasi. I did not say the last name because he gets one word now. Come on, check him out. He'll be here till October 12th here at the Blue Note Los Angeles. My name is LeRoy Downs. The show is Just Jazz on Just Jazz TV and KCRW. Check it out. Kamasi,
Oh yeah,
Washington.
man. Thank you, brother.
My brother.
Oh yeah.
100
Oh yeah.
million. Million.
Oh yeah. Thank you,
All
brother.
right, bro.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah.
We
Thank
did
you,
it.
man. Yeah.
All right, what you got? Boom.